Okay. 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 Am I alive? Am I alive? No. Need to fix that thumbnail. We love that. Oh, okay. 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 Where's chat? I need chat. My fucking face hurt. My ow. Pulled on it harder. Anyone here? Anyone? Okay. Okay. Anyone here? Yes, it is me. I've been doing bullshit. Feel like I should be Anyone here? Anyone? Okay. I'm starting. We're gonna read the masterpiece called My Soul Leaving My Body. Ooh. 3, 2, 1, go! In a not so far away town, in a not so far away country, lived a young man named Ashtray Kastem, also known as Ash, the regular strip club visitor. He and his brother Sonic didn't live close to each other due to their divorce of their parents, Mom and Sand. What the fuck? Ash woke up to his hot MILF mom calling him downstairs for breakfast. This is already a masterpiece. He jumped out of his bed and wiped the pre-cum off his bulging cock. He put on some fucking pants for a change. It's the first time in weeks. Weeks. Hey Ash, his mom said as she was making breakfast. They were having orphan child soup, Ash's favorite. He ate the soup and went to the Pokemon strip club for a lap dance, but not before giving his mom a nice smack on her left ass cheek. It wobbled as his mom moaned. Bye, sweetheart, his mom said before Ash ran out of the door. When he got outside, he was greeted by Sonic, his friends. They were friends since birth. It makes sense when they have the same father. They headed off to the club to smoke some cock and eat some beer bottles. Oh, this is already hitting the fan. When they entered the building, they saw the feudally manager named Bakugu waiting for them. Hey, I have some news for you, Ashtray, said, completely ignoring Sonic. Bakuru smiled wide. You can't get a Pokemon because you are a regular. Ash's eyes grew wide. Having your own personal stripper, you don't need to pay. Sign me up! I thought this was Jesus. He started walking through the cum-filled club. He undid his pants and let his dick get some fresh air as he continued to walk, his dick slap against his thigh. The sound quietly echoed across the club, making some of the strippers look his way. Hey, Ash, shows my favorite little boy, said Peppa, her tits bouncing as she walks towards Ash. Hey, Peppa, darling, I want to ask you something, Ash, looking at the sexy big titty goth pig in front of him. Who should I pick to be my Pokemon? Ash asked nervously. Peppa giggled as she led him to the staff area. There he saw Big Bird, the yellow Power Ranger, and Snowbird and Snow White. The hot yellow Dawn Bird walked over to Ash. Her tits were only covered in a piece of cloth. This is grammar. They were bouncing like jello as the big mommy Dom Yellow Bird got to the small boy. Hey, big guy, hear the news? Congrats! But you want me to ask if it's a hard no? Sorry, said Yellow Bird. Ash walked up to the other, but then also refused. Ash was about to leave the room when Sonic bursted into the room in a stripper outfit and makeup and all. I fucking love you, you bastard, cried Sonic as he began to break dance. Ash was aroused when he saw Sonic's erotic moves and kissed him. The kiss was nothing deep because they were in a room full of slutty big mommy goth babes. But it was enough for Ash to know what exactly he wanted to have out of Pokemon. He picked up Sonic and ran to the manager. Blackadoo, I think I want Sonic, sir, Ash said excitedly. Blackadoo frowned. Ash said excitedly. Blackadoo frowned. He hated the blue little slut. Then the length of his 1-inch cock. Then he walked into the storage room with all of his Pokeballs. He grabbed the red ball and threw it against Ash. Ash felt the ground below him disappear as he sucked inside of the ball. Sonic gasped as he saw his lover disappear in the Pokeball. Oh. Chapter 2. What's inside of the Pokeball? Ash woke up in a dark place. This place felt damp and wet. Ash felt his erection. He cringed at the feeling. He walked around. Suddenly he heard a wet noise coming from behind him. As he turned around, he felt something enter his ass. He yelped as he felt the cold, slimy tentacle in his ass, rubbing his prostate. Hey, yo, what the? He was cut off by a moan. And he felt his legs giving out because he felt the warm tentacle-filled ground. It felt as hours have passed, of soft tentacle sex instead of the Pokeball. Ash couldn't say he enjoyed it, but it was quite nice to be fucked. Suddenly, he saw a bright light and was back out of the Pokeball, covered in his own cum. He got the burning sensation in his ass. Sonic ran to him and hugged him tight. I thought I lost you, Ash, cried Sonic. Ash petted the hedgehog and asked it, how long has it been? It's only been a day, but I'm so scared I couldn't get that dick, said Sonic, wiping away his tears. Ash grabbed another Pokeball and tapped his head with it, sending himself into the Pokeball. Ash picked it up and got Sonic out. I'm your Pokemon now, Ash, Sonic said excitedly. Ash smiled before kissing Sonic. Ash heard a muffled moaning sound coming from the back room. There was a main club room. Ash walked over, but was stopped when Sonic grabbed Ash, monster cock. Ash blushed a lot before asking Sonic who was in the room. The whores do not like Blackadoo, so they're turning him into a whore, said Sonic. A grin formed on Ash's face when he opened the door. And also the author of this fanfic is called All My Bodies Are in the Fridge. When he creaked the door, he saw Peppa making up with the new Blackadoo. Her boobs were nothing but special, but she still had her cock. Ash got quickly hard and asked Sonic to blow him. Sonic declined, saying he didn't really like the taste of dick. This disappointed Ash, so he grabbed Sonic by his soft ass and walked up to a chair. He realized he was still pantsless, so the chair sent a cold shiver down his spine. He sat Sonic on his lap and asked for consent. Again, Sonic declined, but Ash still pulled Sonic down on his cock. Sonic yelped at the sudden intrusion and pulled himself off before thinking about something. Suddenly he sat back down on Ash's cock. Sonic and Ash moaned as they picked up speed. Ash! Ah! Sonic moaned before coming in on his own stomach. A few minutes passed by the poor overstimulated Sonic. Overstimulated Sonic coming a few more times before Ash sped up faster than Sonic could come here. Before Ash came, he pulled Sonic off with a loud moan, and he came over Sonic. Where is Jesus? I was here for Jesus. Life was so nice. Chapter 3. What happened to us? Life was not so nice to them after they got together. They were both not true to each other, especially Sonic. Ash woke up in his bed, and when he turned around to kiss his side chick, aka the Green Power Ranger, but instead he saw Sonic staring at him with tears in his eyes. How long? Ash mumbled. What? How long? Sonic mumbled. What? Ash asked. Not having heard him. How long were you with that green slut? Sonic yelled. Ash was shocked. He thought he had hidden the Green Power Ranger enough in his closet when he kissed Sonic in his room. He looked around the room, but Sonic grabbed his head to tell him to face him. Tell me! Sonic cried. Tears dripped on Ash as he tried to think of an excuse. I was bored. I was bored and stuff, and I wanted to to try something else. Ash stuttered. Bored? Yelled Sonic. You cheated on me with green just because you were bored? How you find out? Ash yelled. He told me last night he and his team were moving away anyway, Sonic said. His voice became monotone and depressed. Suddenly started laughing. I fell out of love way before that. That lucky. He said, still letting out some giggles. Sonic walked over to Ash's house, and Jesus, hallelujah, Jesus is here, hallelujah. When he opened the door, he saw Jesus folding the laundry. Hi, Jesus, said Sonic before entering the home of Christ. Jesus had a quite obvious crush on him, and he also liked it. Back. It was when he and Ash were together that he began to like Jesus. Sonic is very holy. I broke up with that cheater, Christ, Sonic said excitedly for kissing the soft lips of Jesus. Jesus blushed a lot before kissing back. I love you, said Jesus softly. They continued to kiss until they both needed air. This was the best day of his life. Sonic sat down on one knee and proposed to Jesus. They're getting married. They're getting married. Jesus began to cry as he nodded. They're getting married. They're getting married. Hallelujah. Jesus Christ. Chapter 4. Jesus Christ and his betrayal. Oh, come on. Jesus had to betray Sonic. It was such a good relationship. Jesus. It was a rainy night when Sonic came to his house. When he opened the door, he was surprised. He saw red feathers scattered around the living room. He made his way to his bedroom and saw Jesus, his boyfriend, brother, and soon-to-be husband, in his bed. With Red from Angry Bird. It's Red from Angry Bird. He always fucks things up. The two were done fucking and Jesus just passed out on the bed. When Red saw Sonic, he launched himself out the window and fucking died. Sonic heart dropped when he saw that Sully wrote a note and ran out of the house. Sonic went to his best friend's house, Shrek's house. Sonic is getting around, man. Sonic knocked on Shrek's door. When Shrek opened the door, he saw the blue board cuppy and tears and soaked on the rain. Shrek led him inside and gave him some apple juice. Why were you crying? Shrek asked. My brother Jesus cheated on me with the red Angry Bird, Sonic said with tears streaming from his face. Sonic wiped away tears. Sonic's heart was racing, and his face was covered in red. He grabbed Shrek's face and kissed him. Oh, this is so sad. Oh. Shrek wiped away Sonic's tears. Shrek pushed him away against the bookshelf, shocked from the sudden twist. Sonic stood up and bolted across the door, cried, thinking he was rejected. Whoever wrote this, thank you. Sonic ran to the Pokemon trainer, who was reading a book about communism. Sonic knocked down the door. When Ash opened up the door, he saw the first Pokemon and his first Pokemon and first love standing there sobbing. Ash let him into his house so he could tell him that what happened and let him cry. Jesus cheated on me, and I, Shrek, I couldn't get his words back because he was himself was far from straight. But he finally told him what happened between him and Shrek. I want to get back together, said Ash before Sonic could say yes. Hitler came out of his bedroom? You fucker, screamed Hitler. He was wearing a mini shirt and was waiting for Ash in their bedroom. Hitler ran past Sonic and out of the door crying, fuck, said Ash under his breath as he ran after Hitler leaving, Sonic heartbroken for the third time. Darkness was slowly consuming him and he got depressed almost immediately. The next day, Jesus woke up and stumbled his way to the kitchen, when he went to the counter and saw a note and no Sonic. Jesus, I can't believe you would cheat on me with my father, Red. What? I'm probably somewhere safe. I don't want you to follow me. Consider this as a breakup. P.S. I love Shrek more than you anyway. You can't love Jesus. Jesus is the Son of God. Oh. Jesus threw the note away before beginning to cry. He still loved Sonic, but Sonic's father had a 10-inch that could turn into 12-inch by looking at it. Jesus wanted that dick so goddamn bad, and Sonic only had an 8-inch that could never grow. He had a knock on the door, and his face looked up thinking it was Sonic, but alas, it was Shrek. Shrek had the same tear-stained face as Jesus, so he let him in the house, find out who cried. Sonic kissed me, and I pushed him away. Oh, I pushed him away. I do love him, but I was shocked. Sonic, he ran out of the door because I was made him think I hated him, and said Shrek in between sobs. Jesus was why would I not be able to believe what happened? That's strike 2, strike 3, and he is out, Jesus said with new tears forming his eyes. Wait, what do you mean? Asked Shrek, concerned for the blue porpine. He dies, said Jesus, finally bursting into tears. What? Jesus said Jesus finally bursting into tears. Shrek then waited a second before running out of the door. Jesus couldn't follow because how much and he read a fuck last night. Sonic woke up after sleeping on a field of grass where he painfully pulled one out of more of his sharp spikes. He placed a sharp blade on his neck and saw the life flash before him. He took a deep breath before he could split his throat open. He heard Shrek's voice. He regained a bit of will to live and turned around to face his crush, but it was only in his head. He only saw a grassy field with nothing but distant houses. He turned back around and swung his arms, blood spilling out of his neck as he collapsed. Shrek just came to the field as he saw Sonic slash his throat open. Shrek ran to Sonic's side and held his semi-unconscious body that he was still dripping with blood. Sonic could only move his head to face Shrek. Shrek could only look at Sonic faded into unconsciousness and died. He mustered up courage and kissed Sonic's soft, cold lips. Suddenly, a white beam appeared on Sonic, and he was slowly healed. Jesus limped towards Shrek and Sonic. A gift because he gave me a reason to love, and because he is my brother, said Jesus before collapsing because revival takes a lot of energy. Soon after the light disappeared, Shrek saw Ash and Hitler running towards them. Shrek held Sonic close to protect them, even though there was no such threat. How? Camera. Fuck you, camera. Why did you have to move? You only had my awesome reading. Are you prepared? Chapter 5, The Shrek's Night. Sonic woke up at Shrek's house feeling unbelievably horny. He stumbled to a mirror to see what happened to him and saw the scar on his neck. He remembered what happened and went to find Shrek. He stumbled further through the house, getting hornier. Hornier every step. He found Shrek in his bedroom waiting for Sonic to wake up. I'm so sorry for killing you. I love you. I love you! Shrek screamed in tears. Shrek could... Sonic could barely hear what he said, but he could make out the words, I love you. Sonic didn't hesitate to kiss Shrek. Sonic felt so unbelievably horny, he could barely think, I'm sorry for making you so horny with that kiss right before you were revived. I didn't see kissing before revival make someone so horny, said Shrek, blushing before stripping off all of his clothes. Sonic noticed that Shrek has lost a lot of weight and looks even hotter than before. You were asleep for 1.5 years, so I took some time to make a new me to surprise you, said Shrek before making out with Sonic. Sonic pushed Shrek onto his bed and showed him his 8-inch turned into a 15-inch to grab the lube. Sonic smeared it on his dick and waited for Shrek to say yes. He slowly pushed the head of his giant penis into Shrek. Shrek moaned as he felt Sonic slowly push his dick inside him. Shrek slowly began to Sonic slowly began to pound in his dick, and Shrek, who began moaning even louder. Shrek eventually found the right spot to make Shrek his hoe. Shrek moans because more sluttish he continued to fuck the great ogre. Sonic came inside Shrek. Shrek moaned as he felt his ass get filled with hedgehog semen. Sonic placed his dick back and went for another run. Gotta go fast, said Sonic before speeding up. Speeding up. Speeding up. Said Sonic before speeding up went on a godly amount. Shrek's legs slowly went limp as his eyes rolled in the back of his head and moan became more hoarse. Sonic and Shrek soon came again, and they both collapsed on the bed and fell asleep in each other's arms, covered in cum. Shrek moved up, not being able to move his legs, but he felt his stomach turn. He gathered all his strength and went to the bathroom and threw up at the toilet. Shrek began to cry. Sonic heard the soft ogre cries and ran to the bathroom to find Shrek holding a positive pregnancy test. Sonic began to cry tears of happiness and lunged back. Damn, there. Sonic began to cry tears of happiness and hugged Shrek. Sonic carried Shrek to his bed after changing the cum-covered sheet. Shrek slowly fell back asleep and Sonic went to see how Jesus was going. He only heard that Jesus passed out and revived him. It's only been a year. He entered Jesus' mansion. They both lived where they both lived. Then when they were engaged, he knocked on the door and waited for Jesus to open it. What? Knocked on Jesus' mansion and they both lived where they once were engaged. He knocked the door and waited for Jesus to open it to see Hitler in a cat onesie. Hitler went pale as he thought Sonic was dead. He let Sonic decided right upstairs, leaving Sonic to explore the mansion. Hitler in a onesie suit. How much more of this shit do I not? Done. I'm not even close to done. Ugh. He went to the kitchen to see Ash making waffles. Ash turned around to see Sonic standing there awkwardly. Ash stopped there when he was doing it and hugged Sonic. A little later, he saw Jesus holding a small baby. What? Hitler told Sonic that a few months after he revived, Jesus and Ash fucked and got him pregnant. What the Hitler told Sonic that the baby is called Waluigi. Sonic got to hold the ugly fucking baby and Sonic pretended the baby was beautiful. Before he went back home, he told everyone that he got Shrek pregnant. When he got home, he went to make some food in him and Shrek. He reached for the onions, but couldn't find them anywhere. He went to see if his ogre boyfriend had eaten them, but he entered the bedroom and he saw no onions. He woke up Shrek and asked him about it. Onions give 666 different types of ligma. To overcome my addiction to see you awake, said Shrek. Sonic could not believe his ears when he heard that. He knew Shrek had an addiction to onions, but never guessed it could kill him. But Sonic was happy he did it just to see himself wake up. Ligma. 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 How much chapters do I have left? Chapter 7. What the fuck? How much? I have 3 more fucking chapters. I want to kill myself. No. 9 months later, Shrek gave birth to Leonard, aka the Angry Bird Pig. They had an amazing life until they heard that Ash was murdered. Wait, what? Shrek yelled when Hitler told Shrek the news. Sonic was taking care of Leonard, so he did not hear the news yet. Shrek wanted to tell Sonic, who was teaching Leonard how to talk. When Shrek heard the news, he was devastated. His best friend was murdered, and they didn't know who did it. It could be anyone. Soon the Atmoverse turned dark, and another murder was announced. This time, it was baby Waluigi. Hitler got depressed and suicidal, and the rest being the only thing keeping him from killing himself. Hitler, you just need to kill yourself, okay? Hitler went to find who could have murdered Ash, but Waluigi, when he came to a horrifying discovery, Sonic slammed his fist against a wall, making a mirror drop and shatter. When he went to pick it up, he saw the reflection of something important. I was revived. Why not them? Sonic said to himself before hearing a chuckle behind him. Sonic said to himself before he chuckled. Sonic turned around to face Jesus, who held Leonard. Sonic ran to grab Leonard out of his arms of Christ. He ran to Shrek to tell him who the killer was, but Shrek did not believe him. Honey, please, Sonic yelled, only to get slapped into the face. He dropped Leonard out of shock. Sonic quickly went to save the child before he gets scolded by Shrek for almost injuring the child. Shrek held Leonard tight and ran out of their house crying. He went to the only one he could still trust, Hitler. He knocked on Hitler's door before opening it to only see Hitler about to hang himself. Sonic quickly cut the rope and hunged him. What are you doing here? Asked Hitler with a soft-spoken hand. I came to tell you we have to kill Jesus, said Sonic with a serious tone. Hitler was shocked at the sudden request and seriousness in the Hedgehog's eye. I know he killed everyone, but why come to me? Hitler asked. Wait, you know who did it? Sonic yelled. He was angry that Hitler let it all happen without telling him. He threatened to make him kill, so I was so scared, said Hitler, with tears forming in his eyes. The two then hugged each other and went to plan the murder. They had an amazing, foolproof plan to kill Jesus. When they came to Jesus' Sonic heart dropped. He saw his lover's life. Oh my gosh, I'm going to become more stupid than I already am by reading this. When they came to Jesus, Sonic's heart dropped. He saw his lover's lifeless body on the ground with blood spilling out. Sonic attacked Jesus without the plan. They fought for what must have been hours before Jesus slowed him, his son Leonard. Sonic could only watch as his child disintegrated into dust. Jesus grabbed the most powerful spike from the blue mane and charged at Jesus. Jesus could not avoid Sonic's attack and got impaled, but he stopped fighting as he lost consciousness. He pulled out the spike and killed Sonic with it. As the hedgehog fell to the ground, he got flashbacks when he killed himself and how sad Shrek was. He slowly died on the green grass. Hitler could not believe what happened and stumbled back only to fall in a pit. It snapped his neck on impact, killing him almost instantly. Jesus Christ, Jesus is about to win. Our snowfall. Oh, Jesus is the main antagonist. Is Peppa Pig and Snow White going to defeat him? Let's read the story. I have two more. When Snow White was done with her shift at the strip club, she walked into school. The school was big and had an accessible rooftop. Peppa was there, co-worker at the strip club and her classmate at school. But she approached her locker. She saw Peppa crying. When Snow White asked Peppa what was wrong, she broke down and told her about the death of Jesus, Sonic, Shrek, and others. Wait, Jesus is dead? What the fuck? Snow White was shocked. When she heard the news, she ran to the rooftop to the school building and sang her favorite song, Cue Fight Song. When she ended the song, Peppa was standing behind her. When Snow White turned around, she was shocked by Peppa's sudden appearance. She stumbled back out of shock, stumbled over the low fences on the rooftop. While Snow White fell, she saw Peppa falling with her before she could hit the ground. Peppa sprouted devil wings and slowed their fall, and they safely landed on the ground. Snow White gave Peppa a soft kiss on her lips. Peppa blushed as it was her first kiss. I love you. Please be my wife, asked Snow White. Snow White's heart dropped as she saw Peppa walk away from her. Jesus Christ, Peppa Pig and Snow White are the new protagonists. As Peppa walked, she noticed she could be hearing the slap of her dummy thick ass cheeks slapping against each other. She felt her ear and noticed how her hearing aid broke. But right before she walked any further, she remembered that Snow White said something to her. Peppa shrugged it off and was going to ask her tomorrow. Snow White looked at the floor, questioning why she even told Peppa that she loved her. She began to cry loudly, getting the attention of everyone except Peppa and Bakugo. Snow White got home and looked into the mirror. Nothing seemed to her favor. She got out her blue contacts and her flower clip, and her 2 accessories helped Snow White see. The contacts picked up what she was supposed to see as a flower chip transfer to her brain. She went blind, and when she ate a onion and got ligma. Fucking ligma. She luckily survived, but lost her eyesight. She took out her bun and let her hair flow down for the first time in a while. She was about to go listen to some audio fan fiction when she thought about making a new identity. She listened to her favorite fan fiction and heard a familiar name that had a lot of fanfic she read. Yes and no. This could be a nice name. We're hitting the end game now. This one, Snow White, WNN was making herself ready for school after quitting her stripping career. She also cut her hair to make bangs that covered her face and practiced her using a new voice. She came to school with a cane. She is not a fucking idiot, so she brought her contacts and flower chip with her secret compartment in her bag. She walked to school as she bumped into Twilight and Madrigal and stumbled back. Who are you? Asked a little frightened as her name is Twilight and Madrigal next, said Twilight, noticing that WNN is blind. Can you lead me to high school? Hi? Asked WNN without a word. Twilight grabbed Y in hand and led her to school. What are your classes? Asked Morsigo. I only have 1 in 4 classes, I think, said W/N, and this was the first time in a while she needed to ask someone to get somewhere, but she did not want to risk anything. When W and N entered the class, she could hear Peppa ask the teacher where Snow White was, only to get no answer. Class was about to introduce the new student. Do you need to get any help getting to the front of the classroom? Asked her. Her teacher, she knew that Snow White was promised to keep her mouth. Yes, I would appreciate it, she answered W/N. The teacher led W/N to the front of the classroom. My name is WNN. I love to play guitar. I lost mine a while ago, so now I sing, she said. She stumbled back to her seat and listened to the lesson. She could hear Peppa's whispering insults at her. She wanted to cry so badly. Her own friend Peppa was making fun of her for being blind, I think, or was it because of something else? I don't know, neither does W/N. When break time rolled around, WNN sat at her desk listening to music when someone ripped their headphones off. What music are you listening to? Horror. It was Bakugo. She and Peppa were friends after the Pokeball incident. That didn't change Bakugo's attitude a bit. Peppa grabbed the headphones out of her hands and put them on. Peppa could hear Snow White's favorite song. Peppa started to tear up a little bit before breaking the headphones. Your taste in music is so terrible, just like you, Peppa said. She chuckled like trying to hold more backwards of her tear. WNN started to cry softly, running out of the classroom. WNN suddenly tripped over a chair while running out of the room. She cried louder, forgetting her surroundings. She was scared of everyone. Suddenly she lost control of her fake voice. Why? Was WNN could say before stumbling out of the classroom. Peppa realized Snow White and and sounded so similar when W/N screamed that. We're in the end game now. We're in Chapter 9, A Soft Landing. This is the last chapter of this horrible, gut-wrenching fanfic. She stumbled up the stairs and up on the rooftop. She could never get the way back to the rooftop. It was her place to cool off and collect herself. She stumbled across the She felt raining. She opened her backpack to put on her contacts and flower chip. She flinched at the sudden light. As she turned the device on, she sat down and stared at the sky when it suddenly began to rain a bit. It was enough to know it was raining, but not enough to inconvenience anymore. She hummed random tunes until one set of notes reminded of a song she liked. She started to hum the song until the door creaked open. Peppa felt betrayed. Snow White, W/N, whatever to call it. She suddenly charged her name in it. Everything for what? She even began to pretend to be blind for pity points. When she saw WN climbing the roof, she could not resist following her. She wanted answers, so she opened the door to the rooftop. There she saw Snow White's. Why? Both screaming in unison. Why get a new identity? Pretend to be blind and not tell me? Twilight Sparkle. Peppa screamed. Why didn't you leave me when I asked you out? Was I not good enough for you? I wanted to start over, then you started bullying me. And why? WN screamed. Peppa was taken back. Peppa could see wires coming out of her hair clip, and this WN started taking out the flower. I am legally blind, and this helps me when I'm fucking disgraced. WN screamed. She started crying. Peppa turned around to walk until she heard WN sing again. Electric love. Her hair clip in. W/N walked to the edge of the roof. Peppa just stood there, knocked. W and then let her fall backwards. She felt the wind bruising against her face as she fell. She remembered the feelings Peppa holding her close. She felt warmth of being held like that. Then she hit the ground. It was soft. She opened her eyes, expecting to see nothing, but saw the wedding being prepared. WN could see again. She walked around and found Hitler and Jesus. Hitler and Jesus are alive again? Hi, Snow White. What are you doing here? Asked Jesus. Suicide, and my name is WN now. W/N said. She walked around for a bit and saw Sonic and Shrek talking. What are you doing here? Asked Jesus. Suicide in my... Hey, Sonic. Shrek, no long time. Just waving at them. Sonic grabbed W/N's arm and dragged her to Shrek. Sonic grabbed W/N's arm and dragged her to Shrek. Perfect. You can walk down the aisle, Shrek asked. Down the aisle, Sonic said, handing her a purple dress. Cool. By the way, my name is WN now. Long story short, but the wedding is more important than that, WN said. She walked off to change her dress. Damn it. Sad. W/N walked to the edge of the roof. Peppa stood there, shocked, letting herself fall backwards. She felt the wind bruising against her face as she fell. She stood there in shock. WN let herself walk back, where she felt the wind bruising against her face. Now she remembered the church bells rang. WN walked down Shrek. down the aisles. Shrek was in a beautiful white tuxedo with a blue bow. Sonic stood at the end of the aisle, waiting for the Black Tusk with a green bow on it. Trees blossomed with several winds as Shrek got to the end of the aisle. The Ash spoke. Sonic, will you take this lovely ogre named Shrek as your husband? Sonic answered with a yes. Ash turned to Shrek, and Shrek will take this blue hedgehog named Sonic as your husband. Shrek answered with a yes. Ash spoke again. You may now kiss the groom. Shrek and Sonic kissed as everyone cheered. W then looked at the car floor and wondered if Peppa missed her. She looked back now at the now married couple and forget her sad moment. This day is special. I am special. My soul out of my body and my cage out of the heaven. It could be happier. The end.